gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Of the person killed in an early morning shooting in Ory County. The Ory County Coroner's Office says Brandi Lilly was 34 from Odysse. A second person was hurt. We don't know their condition tonight. Ory County police say the shooting happened around 2:30 this morning.
2:30 in the morning on a major highway. You have a woman shot in Ory County, South Carolina, and it's just tough. Okay, it's tough to come to grips with because you don't really anticipate being shot and killed while you are driving. It's just ridiculous. But in this day and age, this is where we're at with it in the community. And unfortunately, as you guys are going to come to find out, this was another interracial murder. And I know that I've been covering a lot of these because I personally want to make it a duty of mine, actually, to cover all of the interracial murders in the United States, as it pertains to the community. Because a lot of people are pushing narratives as if this is not a thing and it doesn't happen, and white folks are out here killing black people all the time. And the reality is, unfortunately, I'm not going to say all the time, but in a much higher frequency than the other way around, there are black men and women killing white people. So we need to talk about that because there is an aura, there is a vibe, there is a I don't know. I mean, it's something in the air. Obviously, in many cases propagandized, but there's a lot of anti-white hate, and I believe that it is trickling down to the community in the worst ways. And you have a lot of people in the community who are completely just crashing out on white people, and it has to stop. Like I said before, these people are edging us into a war, a race war that we cannot win. And I think all in all, the community is just ignorant to the fact that this is happening. This is occurring on a regular, if not everyday basis. So this is another example of where we need to take group acknowledgement and group accountability to the highest level and the highest degree, because these super gremlins are on demon time.
Near Highway 701 and Gurley Road. That's a few miles southwest of Odysse. Police say Lilly was found in the passenger seat of a vehicle, but did not release any other details. Count on News 13 for updates to this developing story.
At noon, Ory County police arrested a man in a deadly shooting in Odysse. Rashaud Faulkner is charged with murder and attempted murder after police found two people shot in a car near Highway 701 and...
Woo! So they shot into the car. No one knows why. It could be road rage, but Rashaud Faulkner. Don't he look like Bucky from Fat Albert? I'm just saying. Dude looks half retarded. But then again, this is where we're at in the community, where the average black man at the age of 18 is only reading at a 4th grade level. Embarrassing. Unacceptable. Yet we continue to make excuses. We continue to enable. We continue to promote the worst facets of our community. And like I said, if we don't get a hold of this quickly, if not faster, then we are going to see a backlash like never before. And, it's just something that the community cannot sustain. It's something that, we're not able to contend with. especially when you have these incidents happening over and over and over again. At some point, people are going to be fed up. And, you know, what are we going to do when we cross that fork in the road, right? Because honestly, we have the solutions. We know what works in stopping crime. But our politicians and elected officials and appointed judges refuse to do their jobs on this matter. So the people are going to start taking things into their own hand. And although I am not advocating for this, it's a natural order of, events. It's a natural sequence of events, an order of events that is unavoidable if we continue to go down this murderous, violent trajectory as a whole in the community. Now, obviously, not everybody in the community is committing these types of crimes, but what's happening is when these crimes are committed, there is no group accountability. There is no group acknowledgement. It's almost as if people don't know or don't care unless it happens to their families. And I think in the community, they genuinely believe that this type of stuff never happens. And it's only the other way around. And that couldn't be further from the truth. And I think that line of thinking is dangerous.
Gurley Road in late May. Brandi Lilly died in the shooting and the other person was hurt. Arrest warrants say the injured person identified Faulkner as the shooter. He's being held without.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
A man has been arrested and charged in connection to a fatal shooting in Ory County. Around 2:30 a.m. on May 28th, police were called to South Highway 701 and Gurley Road in the Loris area. Upon arrival, 2 gunshot victims were found inside a car. The passenger was pronounced dead at the scene. She was identified as 34-year-old Brandi Lilly. The victim in the driver's seat was taken to a hospital for treatment. An investigation led to the arrest of Rashaud Faulkner.
And, notice how none of the media outlets, and this is a local Fox station, none of them are showing the woman's face. And I think it's important to show who she was. Not only the suspect, which we rarely get, but, I commend them for showing the suspect's face. But we need the victim's face as well, because that really paints the picture. And this was a random act of violence. And apparently, from what I'm looking into it, there wasn't any real connection as to why this guy did this, or knowing her, and maybe he did her dirt or she did him dirty and they beefing and stuff. No, it's not like that. It just looks like maybe potentially road rage incident, or, and this is the worst case scenario, but just some, ignorant black dude just wanted to kill a white person. And we're starting to see this type of trend occur. So, we're not going to act like this is just something that I'm making up. This is something that is real, and it needs to be addressed, because these super gremlins are on demon time.
He has been charged with attempted murder, and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. An investigation is still underway.
Myrtle Beach police arrested this man in connection to a shooting in Myrtle Beach. Rashaud Faulkner is 39 from Myrtle Beach and faces attempted murder and gun charges. Police say the shooting happened on April 11th in the area of 28th Avenue North and Kings Highway during an argument. At last check, Faulkner is still in jail.
So as you guys can see, Rashaud Faulkner, he was arrested along with an accomplice, which we will, let's see, we'll figure out his name as well. But there's not much news stories on this, honestly. Not much coverage at all, actually. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why? And we know why. It's because these two black guys just killed a random white woman in Myrtle Beach. That's why. And that's why there's no coverage. So how are we going to have group acknowledgement and take group accountability if these stories are being hidden from us? Something to think about, black community. Myrtle Beach police have charged a man in connection with a shooting on April 11th. Police were called to the scene of a shots fired call at 28th Avenue North and Kings Highway around 8:45 that Thursday night. Around the same time, a call reporting a person suffering a gunshot wound was received. MBPD Corporal Thomas Vest says the incidents are connected. The victims have been identified, nor have police disclosed the extent of the victims' injuries. It says the victims haven't been identified. 2 people have been arrested in connection with that shooting. Keith McClendon is charged with giving false information to a law enforcement, and Rashaud Faulkner, 29, is charged with possession of firearms and ammunition. And as you guys know, we ended up realizing the injuries of the victims, which one was fatal. And here we are. Okay? Guys, this is a pressing issue in the community that needs to be addressed immediately. Because if we don't, there will be backlash. And I'm not advocating for any of that. But like I said, it's a natural order of things. People are going to start noticing this pattern. People are going to start noticing this trend. And we won't be able to hold them back because we have not acknowledged, been, held accountable or taken accountability of the things that are going on in our community, and letting these individuals just run wild and run rampant and backing policies that don't keep these individuals in check. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.